Hey guys and gals! So I thought I'd hop on here. I finished Fearless. This is not going to contain spoilers, so no worries if you haven't started the trilogy yet. As you can see, I have Fearless and Powerless back here. I don't have Reckless in hard copy. I did listen to all of them on Audible, except for the novella. I still need to read the novella, so let me know in the comments if that was really beneficial for you to the read, if it added a lot. But I have read the three books. I think my favorite is Fearless. I'll be honest with you, when I started, Squirrel Brain, by the way, I thought I'd have time to make this video before the storm rolled in. If you see me looking over, it's getting pretty dark outside and thundering, so we're about to get some nasty storms heading our way. We may get hail and we're under a tornado watch, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Anyway, again, Squirrel Brain. I'll be honest, when I started Powerless, I kept making connections with Hunger Games, and I'm sure you've seen that before. There are a lot of connections. It's similar, but it is different. And I will tell you, I'm glad I continued on, because when I first started, I was like, I don't know, this is too much alike. And I couldn't help but to compare. It is in a different time period, different characters, things like that. But there were similarities. Keep reading. I feel like we almost grew with this author. Now, her writing was great in Powerless. That's why it's so popular. I loved Powerless, don't get me wrong. But it did take me some convincing to keep going, and I'm glad I did, because it is a different story. It's hard to kind of chat about it without spoiling, but the Powerless Trilogy is a young adult fantasy romance. It follows Peyton Gray. She lives among elites, but she is powerless, hence Powerless. And so it kind of goes along her journey of the trials and tribulations she has to do to prove herself and to survive in a world that favors power, that envies power, and that kind of judges you by that. So the story is her along with the two brothers, Kit and Kai, the king. And so without going into too much detail, it just kind of follows them along in their journey. The character development is awesome. I do love seeing the characters and how they develop. Reckless probably wasn't my favorite of the three. It was good, but it wasn't as memorable. I mean, you need to read it to continue the story. Honestly, I was hoping that there'd be more books. I didn't want it to end. Last night, I had like 2 hours left, and I'm like, I don't want to finish because I don't want the story to end. But it did wrap up beautifully. I think there are ways the author can do some novellas and kind of explain some other things or go into other things. And maybe the novella that I haven't read covers the thing I'm thinking about. I don't want to say it until we actually talk about what's going on in the story. Probably wait a couple more weeks, probably at least 3 more weeks for that to give people time to read it. But I did want to come on here and let you guys know that I finished it. I loved it. If you are hesitant with the first book, definitely continue. It does develop beautifully, and I just love the story. And Fearless, I didn't want to put it down. Fearless kept me reading. It kept me excited, and there were some twists and turns I didn't expect, which normally I'm the type of person that can like call it in the beginning, and I'm like, oh, this is, predictable. There was a couple things I didn't expect in Fearless, and they made me really excited. So definitely, I think you should read it. If you've read Powerless, continue on. If you haven't read any of them, just know there's not a lot of spice. It is a young adult, so if you have teenagers that want to read it, I'd say 15, 16 would be fine. I mean, anything younger, there are some dark themes in it. There are some things like that. So if you don't want them reading about violence and things like that, then I'd steer clear of it. But as far as spicy scenes, there's alluding to things, but it's very much a young adult series. So I definitely think you should give it a shot. So Lauren Roberts did a beautiful job with this series. This is the Target special edition, and it includes a letter from her in the back and some annotations, which is cool. They're thick. She's thick. I mean, these books are definitely substantial, which I love. I like a good thick book. So definitely read this series. It is young adult, so don't expect too much spice, but it has a beautiful story. It is a fantasy romance, and I won't give away anything at this point, but we'll chat about it later. But I did finish Fearless. It was a beautiful wrap up to the trilogy, and I think you guys will love it. If you've read it, comment below. Don't give any spoilers, but comment below and let me know what book was your favorite in the series. what you thought of Fearless, and yeah, I liked it. That's my review on Fearless. Go read it.